everyone, it's Amanda here with your 2017 RuneScope. I wanted to take a moment, first of all, to thank all of my subscribers. Those of you who, also those of you who like, share, comment on my videos. Thank you so much for your support. And especially want to give a shout out to anyone who has ever gotten a private session, a private reading from me. Thank you so much for watching and for trusting me to read for you. A special shout out to my regulars. You know who you are. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. This is the yearly overview for all of 2017. I post one for each astrological sign, but I also post monthly videos, monthly RuneScopes for each sign. So if you are new to my channel, definitely click the subscribe button here in the video or below the video, and that will ensure that you get updates whenever I upload the new videos, the monthly videos. Those of you who are already subscribed, you may want to double check and just make sure you are still subscribed. I've heard that Google's going through and unsubscribing accounts that they consider inactive. I don't really know what that means, and I don't really know what it takes to be considered inactive, but definitely make sure that you are still subscribed so that you're getting my updates and not missing any videos. Now, those of you that have been watching my channel for a while, have been following me for a while, you know that this video, the yearly overview, normally replaces the January RuneScope. I don't normally do a January RuneScope. However, this year I have done a January scope. They're available over on my Vimeo On Demand page. You can just click or tap show more beneath the video and follow the link over there, and that's available there. And it's the January RuneScope plus the spiritual guidance card all in one. So you get both. I had a lot of requests for that last year, so I decided to go ahead and do that. Of course, your Career 2017 RuneScope is also over there. If you want to take a look at specifically career, finance, money, all of that good stuff, and what's going to be going on for your particular astrological sign in that area, those are available over there as well. Your love scope for 2017, your love RuneScope, will be coming up in time for Valentine's Day. I should get those posted at the end of January, around the same time I post the February RuneScopes here on YouTube. So those are coming. So I also, those of you that are interested in learning about the runes, I do offer an online rune class a few times a year, kind of just based on demand. If you would like more information about that, just drop me a line at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. You'll find that here in the video and below the video. For your 2017 RuneScope, I will be using, in conjunction with the runes, the medieval Scapini deck. It's a beautiful deck. A classic deck. It's by Luigi Scapini, and named for him. We're gonna do the first 6 months with one or the other, the runes or the tarot. They're gonna kind of let me know, you know, which order they want to do it for each sign. But so we'll do half the year with the runes, half the year with the tarot, and see what's coming up for you. So let's dive in to 2017. Hey there, Virgo. The runes wanted to go first with you. So I'm going to use the runes to cover January through June, and then we'll move into the tarot for July through December for 2017 for Virgos. But first things first. Cast our runes for January through June of 2017 for Virgo. Which runes want to talk to my Virgos? Now, as always, Virgo, you know what I always say, do check the video for your rising sign as well. That will hold additional information or let you know what other areas of life will be lit up for you throughout 2017. If you would like a private session with me, I do those on Skype. They are $65 for 30 minutes. Just drop me a line at the email address in the video or below the video if you want to set up an appointment. A new year, a brand new year is a great time to do that. We can get some personal insight for you specifically about what 2017 is going to hold, rather than all these general messages for all Virgos. So yeah, get in touch with me if you want to take a look, get a closer look. But let's see what we've got here from my Virgo friends here. Well, your challenge or focus, let's take a look at that situation. Starting off January through June, you'll be focused on overcoming obstacles or delays, not repeating patterns. And this comes up a lot for you Virgos. So I think for the first part of the year, it is kind of a, you know, and many of you may find that you're kind of like bogged down in repeating a pattern. Would not be a good time to go back to an ex. Would not be a good time to you know, go back to maybe a career path or a course of study or something that didn't work out for you before. Anything that has not worked out in 2016, turn the page. Because you know, it's going to be the same result. This rune always implies failure. So, I mean, if you've already failed at something, if the relationship's failed, the job has failed, the course, you know, has failed, the degree has failed to generate any more income or get you a better job, and it's not a course of study that you're just interested in because you're passionate about it, it's time to drop it in 2017. Don't willingly participate in repeating any patterns. Now, this could be you, Virgo, or it could be someone else. It could be someone else that you're focused on that because they keep not learning from their mistakes. So this could be anyone, you know, a child, a spouse, a friend, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a family member, anyone who just keeps, and they're not getting it. They're not learning the lesson. Just make sure it's not you, Virgo. But even if it's not you, you're going to be pulled in. And I feel like if you're pulled into someone else's drama, it's like there's no answer. There's no solution to this. It is one of those things where it's just like you got to keep on keeping on. Or this person, you know, until this person comes to their senses, there can be no forward movement. Until this person learns the lesson, there can be no forward movement. And that applies if it's you or someone else, Virgo. So, and this may be an energy that kind of, because we are talking about the entire year here in a 6-month period, which is a big block of time. This could be an energy that's kind of weaving in and out. And for many of you, maybe it's like, I'm trying to figure out the lesson. I'm trying to figure out what I was supposed to learn so I don't repeat the same mistakes. And as long as you're doing that and, you know, asking for guidance, and if you don't ask for guidance from your spirit guides, from God, from Goddess, whatever you believe in, then start doing that. I mean, you know, because you'll get messages. You know, we need help with that kind of thing from time to time, these big life lessons and these big, otherwise we stay stuck. So there's nothing wrong with asking for help, asking for guidance, seeking guidance. Many of you may be seeking it from a therapist, or if it's a health issue that you've been struggling with, you may be seeking advice from a specialist, or yeah, someone that can help you, like, what am I doing to cause this? Or how can I, at least if I can't cure this, how can I at least prevent it from happening or suppress the symptoms? There's something going on here with that where you could get some good advice or help with that. You may need to seek outside counsel. It's not really something I'm seeing on the table here, but it is a message I'm getting for many of you Virgos. Seek help with your problems, whether spiritual or from a consultant, a specialist, an advisor, someone with the wisdom and experience to help you break the cycle or kind of break out of this path here. As you move into, like from December, move into 2017 and early January, we've got Pedro. So this can talk about occult abilities, psychic abilities, you know, getting wisdom, getting insight from someone who does this, someone like me. I'd be happy to do that for you. Again, because these are so general, we can take a look specifically. But if not me, someone else with the gift of sight. But again, those of you who have been asking, we're all psychic. We're all spiritually connected to source. You can get these messages for yourself. So, I mean, if you haven't been praying, if you haven't been asking for these messages, start to do so, because I feel like things will be revealed to you. Secrets, things that were hidden, can come to light here. I feel like some of you have been drawn back into a relationship with someone that you're very sexually, physically connected to. This is probably one of those karmic past life relationships, but normally karmic relationships are difficult. So for many of you, this is the thing that you're repeating that you shouldn't be. You shouldn't have gone back to this, or you shouldn't still be in this, because this person is a test, for lack of a better word. Their behavior is testing. They test your patience. They test your sanity. They test your ability to believe in certain things. And that was a specific message I got for someone, because this person may not believe in anything but themselves. This is a very self-centered, egotistical person. They don't put effort into things. They expect good things and good people to just fall into their lap. And when that doesn't happen, they just move on to the next situation. So if you're with someone who doesn't appreciate that you're there, you're just there, and they're like, okay, this will do for now. You know, if you didn't close the door on that yet, Virgo, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Now, those of you that have, I mean, this could just be like you hearing about this person that you've already left behind, and you hearing that, oh, you know, they did the same thing to this new person that they did to me, or, you know, they're repeating this same lesson again. I'm so glad that I got away from that. So it just may be that you're getting news about that, particularly at the beginning of 2017. But this could be, for many of you, a theme of the first 6 months, because Tear in reverse indicates, yeah, a failure. Someone who is a failure at life. These two together, these two runes together, it's just, this person's not getting it. They don't want to be getting it. They're not interested in getting it. They just want to move through life, kind of skate through with as few responsibilities and obligations as possible, and with as little effort as possible. And so, not real compatible traits with Virgo. So yeah, whoever this is that, you know, whose energy may be influencing you. And if it's someone you still haven't left behind, or someone you went back to, Virgo, you got to cut the tie. Now, the help that's going to be available to you. Let's see. Got Bjork in reverse here with Dagaz. So, for many of you, this is a health. There's going to be an enlightenment or a new way forward. Or for some of you, maybe it's just figuring out what's going on. Like, you may have had some symptoms. It may have been like a mystery illness, one of those mystery things going on, especially with energy levels, either with you or maybe with someone in your family, a mom or a mother figure, mother-in-law, and nobody could figure out what was going on. Dag indicates enlightenment, or a light will be shown on this, or you finally find the right doctor, find the right person who can, you know, because you have to figure out what it is before you can start treating it, right? Now, for others of you, it could be going back to this, figuring out what the lesson is so I don't repeat it. Figuring out. You finally figure it out. And conflict may be necessary in order for you to figure it out. Conflict with someone close to you. Maybe conflict with this person. You may confront them about their behavior, about, you know, how they treat people, how they treat life in general. And this year is going to be gradual increments of enlightenment. It's like, okay, finally figured that out. On to the next thing. But I feel like you can make it as hard or as easy as you want, Virgo. You got to close the door on people who aren't respecting your time, who aren't respecting your feelings, who aren't respecting you as a person. They're not, you know, they don't care about anyone but themselves. And those people usually end up alone. So, I mean, if you're still sticking around trying to help them, you are probably just delaying the inevitable, because there's a reason that those people usually end up alone. So, Virgo, cut the dead weight. Those of you who haven't, many of you have, I know. And this could just be like I was saying, news coming back about them, news about someone you used to be close to, news about someone you've cut ties with, but maybe news that they are finally starting to see the light. For some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, somebody may be like having an epiphany and like, oh, I need to change because I'm alienating everyone around me. Or I'm, you know, my relationships never work out. Why is that? Maybe this is someone else facing up to whatever's causing that, whether it's an addiction issue, something from their past, therapeutic issues, whatever it is. This could be someone actually having an awakening of sorts and figuring it out. That's going to be a process. I mean, and I would definitely wait until they're on the other side of that and have completed therapy or have completed dealing with this before you come back around. Someone would need to re-earn your trust, and you would need to make sure that they had completely changed and we're not going to fall back into old patterns before you should give them a second chance here, Virgo. But for many of you, I feel like it's like you got to close that door because there's something new coming down the pike if you do in 2017. So now what must be accepted? You are moving or changing jobs. Or there could be travel here in the first part of the year, but it would be probably a pretty big trip. But Rhino here indicates, yeah, big shifts, big changes, and all of the earth signs have gotten that now. So you're either leaving a job or moving to a new location. For some of you, maybe both. It's like, I'm going to change jobs and move to a different location. This may have been something that was delayed, but whatever goal you're working towards regarding either moving or changing jobs, keep at it, Virgo. Don't lose sight of it. It is in the cards, quite literally, for 2017. Try to stay positive about this big change. For many of you, this could have something to do with a legal settlement, particularly involving an auto accident. It's going to be a very specific message. But yeah, this could be a settlement. It could be an insurance payout, something that you've been waiting on. Maybe you were hoping it would come through, or at some point with that coming up, be careful, be extra careful driving, Virgo. But like I said, I feel like this is not like your fault because it seems you're getting the payout. So, and it doesn't seem real serious, but do be careful driving because I've gotten that now coming up. We do have Mercury retrograde in January, and then again, I believe in April. So those are always particular times to take it easy with driving and just be extra careful and cautious. But yeah, there could be a payout or assistance coming due to a legal settlement or some sort of legal case, legalities you have going on. And I feel like you move into 2017, many of you, kind of waiting on this, or, you know, maybe it's been dragging out for a while and you're finally like, I want to do this. Or maybe you have to, for some of you, this may have something to do with green card immigration stuff. Like, I'm waiting to get my visa or anything like that. And, you know, again, slow going with any of that sort of stuff. Anytime you're dealing with bureaucratic organizations or any kind of government institutions, it can take forever. Patience is going to pay off. Okay. But some of you may be applying for a visa or you know, early part of the year, and then it's going to come through for many of you in the first part of the year. It may take a little longer, but it will happen in 2017, or change your status in some way as far as a resident or a student, or you know, upgraded in some way. Something that's going to be more permanent seems to be happening for many of you in 2017. Some of you are moving somewhere that you have karmic ties to. So, I mean, you just may be very drawn to this location, and you may not know why, because it's a past life. You know, you lived there in a past life, or, you know, there's a deja vu feeling about this, and that's why it's not your first time there, even though it may be your first time there in this life. And it could just be a vacation. You travel somewhere and you're like, God, this feels so familiar. You may not want to leave. You may not want to go home, which actually happens quite a lot on vacation. But it's more than just, you know, because it's a good time or a fun place to be. It's more of like, this feels like home. So many of you may decide, well, you know, how much is property here? Let's look into this. And it would be worth it, because I feel like many of you need a new start. You need a complete shift or change in order to make a fresh start. Maybe for many of you, your location is what has held you back or kept you in this, like repeating these same lessons with these same people. You need to kind of break away, or there needs to be some distance here. Yeah, and as we end that first 6 months, so June, that's where we have this tier reverse. So, yeah, this is developments or dealing with someone who always kind of like gets one over on you, or news about that person. But because this is in reverse, it could be that this person's behavior is catching up with them. But yeah, just be careful with whoever this is, Virgo. Don't get drawn back in. Don't repeat lessons. They're going to have to prove their worth. They're going to have to prove and earn your trust again. Anyone coming back in. People can change, but it is rare. They have to be willing to put in the effort and the work in order to do that. It's hard work to change. And somebody coming up as tier reverse is not, they don't want to put effort into anything. So I don't really feel like they just have the wherewithal or the tenacity to put in the necessary work to change. I feel like they'll say they've changed, but they haven't. Let's move into the second part of the year, see if we can get some answers. I feel like many of the answers to the first part of the year are going to lie over here. But your challenge or focus for the second part of the year, we've got Two of Wands. So this can be a partnership in business, first and foremost, normally, or someone with an idea. Hey, let's team up and do this. Or, hey, I'm going to start this business. Would you be interested in helping me out? Or would you want to work for me? That sort of energy. This can also be a personal relationship based mostly on the physical or passion. So this is more of like a sexual kind of chemistry, a sexual relationship. So something that starts out as that, maybe a relationship that you're focused on for the rest of the year. And as you move into July, like so end of June, early July, we've got Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So when Wheel of Fortune is reversed, we can feel like things are slow, things are delayed, like the timing is off. Some of you may feel like I met this person at just the wrong time. And with the Two of Wands, this is normally new. Wands are normally new beginnings, new relationships. So I feel like for many of you, this is someone coming in and you're like, gosh, this is just the wrong time. I just broke up with someone, or I just got a divorce, or I just finally, am independent for the first time in my life and not having to rely on anybody. And here comes this person that I'm feeling very attracted to and passionate about. So don't overthink it, Virgo, because I feel like for many of you, this is someone who is, coming in as a reward for the past. So this new person's coming in to kind of be like, hey, this is what it can be like. Now, some of you, it may be like this former person's still around, the taker, and then this new person comes in and you have to make a choice. You have to make a decision. But yeah, I feel like for many of you, you just may feel like it's, the timing is off. Or some of you may feel like, am I ever going to meet the right person? You may feel like, God, this is taking a long time. I keep meeting the wrong people. And welcome to the club. I think everybody feels that way. At one time or another. But yeah, that may be the energy you're feeling at the start of the second half of the year. But what's going to be helpful to you is the Two of Cups. So we got Two of Cups, Two of Wands. I mean, this is an emotional partnership. It can mean marriage. It definitely means a committed emotional partnership, relationship. And with the Two of Wands, so this could be somebody you meet on the job in, you know, business pursuits. It could be this person who wants to team up with you first in a business sense, and you're like, yeah, I'll team up with you any way you like, right? But yeah, with both of these, this is a significant development, Virgo. So you don't want anything kind of blocking that, anything from the past or anyone from the past standing in your way. Anything left over from the past needs to go because, and this person's going to be supportive emotionally. They're going to be supportive of your goals. They're going to be supportive of your talents and gifts with the Two of Wands. Now, those of you that are already coupled, this could be, you know, someone, you know, a new job, either you or your spouse getting a new job, a new opportunity. And that enables you to take your relationship to the next level, maybe get married. Maybe your financial situation was one where you couldn't move in together, but you decide to move in together the second part of the year because somebody gets a better paying job. Maybe they can move closer to you if it's been like a long distance kind of situation, that sort of thing. I feel like for many of you though, this is a totally new person with the Two of Rods here. Now what must be accepted? We've got the Three of Swords in reverse. So, I mean, you are getting over a heartbreak. Whatever lessons or loss you may have experienced, or betrayal, or difficult, heartbreaking situation that you have come through. Maybe the first part of the year, or even in 2016. By the second part of the year, you're getting over it. You're overcoming it. It's not stinging as bad. For a lot of you, it's because this new wonderful person has come in and you're like, oh, I don't even know why I was in that. You know, you're looking back and thinking, what was that thinking? You know, why did I give that person that much power to wield that much power over me and affect what I think of me and affect my feelings about myself, my self-esteem, all of that. And the end result, at the end of the year, we've got Three of Cups. So this is celebration. This is coming together to celebrate, you know, could be the holidays, but I feel like for many of you, this is a private celebration or a small celebration. Some of you may be doing a smaller second wedding. If you are marrying, you could be married to someone new. Many of you Virgos by the end of 2017. Or you may be going to meet their family for the holidays. It may be, you know, since most of you seem to be meeting this person in June, it may be by holiday time you're meeting the family, and it goes really well. Three of Cups talks about this being also a past life connection, but not one of those hard testing karmic stuff. You're done with that with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's another thing that can mean is like the karma, you know, this is not bad karma. You've done all of that. This is a fresh start, a fresh soul that you actually had good stuff happen with in a past life. So, so Three of Cups, yeah, can be a reunion, but I feel like for most of you, this is a reunion from past life with this new person coming into your life the second part of the year. And, you know, moving past the issues. Now, for those few of you that this person really actually took the steps, put in the effort to change things, and you're married or you have been together a long time, you could be given it a second chance. Like, okay, we'll overcome this betrayal, or okay, I'll forgive you for straying, or they forgive you for straying, or whatever happened. And I feel like for most of you, it was that other person though, because again, whatever falls in their lap or whoever falls in their lap, like, no doesn't seem to be in their vocabulary, but yeah, whatever happened, those few of you that this other person has actually taken steps to better themselves, fix themselves, put the work in, you can overcome and try again, a new beginning. But for most of you, I would say at least 99% of you, This is a completely new individual, someone that you have not met yet, many of you, until the second part of the year. They seem to come in through something you're passionate about, whether it's an activity, a hobby, a work opportunity, a work partnership. It's like you're teaming up with someone else. And then lo and behold, there's a reward here in an emotional sense. Some of you could meet someone at a wedding, second part of the year. Yeah. And it seems like it would be smaller with the Three of Cups. That's not like a big celebration like the Ten of Cups, or even like a big family thing like the Four of Wands would be. This seems a little bit more, smaller, more intimate. Maybe somebody's getting married in Vegas and it's like, hey, I want you to stand up with me, and you and the best man hit it off, or you and the maid of honor if you're, so yeah, it could be more of like a small intimate gathering, birthday celebration, anything like that. So second part of the year in particular, Virgo, any big events, weddings, court, engagement parties, bachelorette or bachelor parties, whatever you're invited to, second part of the year, if they're connected to a wedding in particular, you should go, because I feel like your own happily ever after, or your own person could be at this event. Well, happily ever after in a such that we get it in real life. But, so yeah, second part of the year, Virgo, and you can speed that up by closing the door on the past, not accepting damaging behavior from the past. Anyone who's exhibiting the same problems, the same behaviors that held you back before, don't repeat that lesson. No matter how emotionally tied you are to this person, because they don't seem to be tied to you or anyone else. So, why waste your tears and your heart and your emotions on that person when there's someone like this waiting to come in? You just got to make the room. If you're all caught up in this person, you're not maybe even going to see this person or recognize that they're interested in you. So that's what I see, Virgo, for 2017. You can open big doors if you just let go of the past and let go of what isn't working or who isn't working. All right? Good luck with that. Happy New Year once again, and I'll see you back here in February.